Hi, I'm Wayne Allyn Root for America. I've been in politics all my life, almost since birth. My parents were among the founders of the New York State Conservative Party, so I was handing out literature in my father's arms for Barry Goldwater at the age of 3. I've been in the middle of political campaigns ever since, including my own election to the 2008 Libertarian presidential ticket. In the half century that I've been in the thick of American politics, I've never seen anything like the frenzy, hysteria, desperation, and hatred aimed at Donald Trump right now. The groups arrayed against Trump include liberals, of course, government employees, politicians of both parties, the media, GOP establishment, GOP donors, strategists, lobbyists, multinational corporations, billionaire CEOs, world leaders, special interest groups, the United Nations, and yes, even the elite DC conservative establishment like National Review. Every one of them against him. In short, anyone who holds any kind of power, no matter how small and limited, appears willing to do anything to stop Donald Trump. It's clear that people in power have finally realized Trump is a serious threat to their positions of power, wealth, and privilege, no matter how small or limited their power, wealth, and privilege. They fear that Trump will end their gravy train. Trump will upset their apple cart. Trump will walk into Washington and say, "You're fired." They're all scared to death and willing to do anything to stop him. Anything. What does anything include? Well, it certainly appears anything includes framing an innocent man, Donald Trump's right-hand man and campaign manager, Lewandowski, to be specific. Why would that surprise you? George Soros has hired paid protesters to incite violence at Trump events. Protesters have tried to disrupt events and shout Trump down. Protesters have tried to incite Trump supporters to take a swing at them. Worst of all, protesters have charged the podium threatening to do bodily harm to Donald Trump. Death threats abound against Trump. A fake Trump headstone was recently put up in New York Central Park. What do you think the message is? So if violence and threats to Trump's life are on the table, does anyone think the opponents of Trump wouldn't conspire to falsely accuse his right-hand man of assault? Don't look now, but it might have just happened. Lewandowski, Trump's national campaign manager, was charged with battery in Florida just past week. This case smells rancid. The whole thing looks like a conspiracy to stop Trump's campaign while ruining the reputation of a good man. I know Corey. He's a good man. Will it work? My educated guess is Trump will go higher in the next national poll. But let's examine the facts and ask some interesting questions about this obvious conspiracy to stop Trump. Did Lewandowski grab the arm of reporter Michelle Fields? Actually, I don't know. He could have just guided her away from his boss, the next president of the United States. It's hard to see what actually happened as she grabbed the arm of Trump. Yes, she grabbed the arm of Trump. But Trump Secret Service agents back up Trump's claim that she touched Trump without permission. A close friend of mine was just 10 feet away and told me he hadn't even seen a scuffle until he read about it days later. At that point, was it not self-defense for Corey to protect his boss? He didn't hit her. He didn't kick her. He didn't knock her down. He didn't shoot her. He brushed her out of the way. That's assault. If America thinks touching an arm is assault, good luck in our attempts to defeat ISIS. If it was more of a shove, so what? Every reporter's been pushed, shoved, bumped, and manhandled at political events or chaotic mob scenes, which this was. It's part of the job. Can you even imagine a male reporter crying foul or being touched or shoved? He'd be laughed out of the media profession. Double standard at play, Michelle? Why would any prosecutor decide to press charges for a touch of someone's arm? Well, it turns out this Florida prosecutor has a massive conflict of interest. He's a Democrat who publicly supports Hillary Clinton. Case closed right there. It's a fake, a setup, a fraud, a political frame job. But there's more questions to be asked. It goes deeper. Michelle Fields has a new book coming out. Oh, there you have it. Did her attempt to turn a minor touch into an international incident have anything to do with boosting sales of her new book? Was she trying to claim her 15 minutes of fame? Could Ms. Fields have been paid to set up Trump and cry foul? Could George Soros or MoveOn.org have made her an offer she couldn't refuse? Could the Clinton Foundation have promised her a lucrative job? Could a lobbyist have offered her a bribe? After all, K Street stands to lose billions with a B in government business if Trump is elected. These are all questions that need to be asked. Did Michelle have an axe to grind? I've met Michelle Fields. She's a dedicated purist libertarian. Every purist libertarian I've ever met hates Donald Trump. They think he's an authoritarian strongman. They despise his views on building a wall, restricting immigration, and banning Muslims. Could she have been trying to play hero for the libertarian movement by taking down the next president? As a bonus, that pumps up book sales, speeches, and personal appearances. Or is Michelle just a person that likes to exaggerate in order to attract attention? After all, here are the facts. She's been involved in many incidents just like this one. She accused police of brutality while covering a protest in New York. Funny thing, though, she never pressed charges. She accused Allyn West, the congressman, of groping her. Funny thing, though, she never pressed charges. She accused conservative investigative reporter Charles Johnson of hacking her computer. Funny thing, though, want to guess? She never pressed charges. How many more incidents have there been? Could an opportunist and attention seeker have planned all of this? Has the prosecutor tested whether the audio from Michelle Fields was recorded after the fact? Is there solid proof that the bruise in her arm was legitimate? Could it have been created with makeup after the fact? Could she have purposely bruised her arm after the fact to create a false picture? Was this entire incident an exaggeration from a desperate attention seeker, a political setup, or just an attempt to sell books? One thing it was not is pretty clear. It was not an assault. Watch the video. I've seen rougher treatment at a Black Friday department store sale. The real winner in this incident is Hillary Clinton. She should thank her lucky stars that the prosecutor, in this case, who thinks a touch of the arm rose to the level of assault, isn't prosecuting her criminal case, because Hillary might be looking at the death penalty. Oh, I forgot. That couldn't happen. He's on our campaign team. I'm Wayne Allyn for Root for America. God bless America.